How's it going? Your name?
Matthew.
Awesome, Matthew. Hi, I'm Cody. Have you ever done this before?
Yes.
You know where you're going when you die? Okay, some of you guys were here last week. Guys and gals, I get it, but some of you weren't. So yeah, I'm just gonna go over the basic how to fit a harness. Remember that if you're on rock climbing or zipline, your harnesses will get rechecked and actually fit properly at the rock wall or the zipline. Someone who's trained to do that. So this one's a very kind of a quick overview on it, because as you guys come to here with your activity as leaders, you'll have someone running the ladder, someone running the top, but you guys as leaders will be the ones doing the harnesses and sending them up, okay? Basic thing with these harnesses, we have a few different kinds. They're all almost exactly the same. These are new ones, they're just shinier. These are the ones that we had before, and we also have the orange ones. So what I explain to the kids, basically you've got the belt, see that? And this loop should be in the front of the bridge or in front, okay? So it helps if you loosen them off. And I lay it down nice and straightforward. You can get the camper to step right in. Hey camper, how's it going? Good. Mind stepping into the harness there? Grabbing onto the belt and pulling up above your hips. Okay, so you can get up above your hips. So if the legs are done too tight or tucked on your pants, sometimes you can't get above the hips. Okay, so the key thing here is before I touch a camper or go to adjust the saddle, it doesn't matter male or female, I always say, hey, do you mind if I check your harness? Yeah, awesome. Then you can work from the side. If you need to grab in the front, you can grab on the front loop to lift it up high. But the important part is you get it above the hips and tighten it down first, okay? On smaller children, they don't have hips, okay? So it's really important that we get above the hip bone and tighten it down. So the reason is, if they were to go upside down, being above the hip bone will dig in, right? Instead of being able to slide out. So hips first, belt loop first. 3 fingers, if they can fit in the side, that's fine. If you can turn your 3 fingers sideways, you know it's too loose, okay? So this is fine. If you can turn it sideways, it's too loose. So once that's good, then you can adjust the legs. It doesn't need to be uncomfortable. Just pull tight like that, okay? Same with one of our orange ones. Go ahead and step into that, bud. So up, high, over the hips. Just like I said, small children or Magnus don't have hips. So it's really important. It goes above his hips,
so don't fall
and then tighten it down. Okay. When you're loosening these straps, you can really fight with it, or you just grab onto this nice little tab here, and it'll really easily come undone. Okay. But if you're sitting there and trying to loosen it any other way, just push opposite from it. Same with these; they tighten down really easily. Good. Now, before you send the camper up, there's 2 things. Okay. You've got your lanyard with your pulley, and you've got your bucket or helmet. There we go. On the back, you just got a little twist to dial. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Really simple, okay? So we put the saddle on, then we put the helmet on. The reason we do that is when I'm putting this on him, when you bonk him in the head on accident, he's good, all right? This is a triple locking carabiner, okay? So the motion is down, twist, then open. Okay, down, twist, then open. So when we clip it on a child, this is how we hand it them around their neck. Right off the get-go, you make it very clear that if they drop this or drag this through the dirt on the way up the hill, they'll be pulled out and they will not be able to ride the zip line, okay? Really important. These are sealed bearings, but they're also expensive and they're life support when you're coming down the line, okay? So these need to be treated very well. So that's why we put the helmet on first, clip it in around their neck, okay? And yeah, once again, the helmet's really for you when you're clipping in and out, so you're not bonking them. And then on the ladder too. Really important, when you're putting gear on like this, you guys can really quickly do a visual inspection, okay? So it's steel on steel, I can see, no braids. We got a little bit of bulging here, which means the outer braid's starting to go on this. So I'm gonna be replacing this real soon, okay? It's really quick to go ahead and do an inspection every time you put something on. We do monthly and yearly inspections on these, and more or less daily. But you guys can help us out by going over them whenever you put them on. Same with the saddles too. A major wear part in these saddles would be right here on the bridge where it clips to. Something like this. you'll see fraying. That's the outer sheath, but the inner actual material itself hasn't been harmed at all. So something to look out for. So once again, helmet goes on first. If you drag from the dirt, Matthew, you will not be riding the Zipline, okay?
Yep.
Good. Helmet does not need to be super tight, you guys. It just needs to be on. Is that too tight? Is that okay?
No, this guy's still
Down the Zipline.
A few. When you guys unlock it, make sure you turn the lock back on. Don't lock it, but just leave it there, otherwise you're gonna lose it, okay? We've got a high-tech rope that we just crudely hook it on there. So when the camper comes up, first thing I do is say, hey man, do you mind if I check your harness?
Sure.
Awesome. So right off the bat, the first thing I do, I can already see he's got a helmet on. I can see the saddle looks pretty tight. It's in a good spot. First thing I grab is this triple locking carabiner. I give it a little squeeze. The reason is, sometimes these can be sticky and kind of lock right here. If you just give them a little squeeze, you'll hear the click and you'll know they lock into place. But just by grabbing here, I can already tell that it's tight enough. It's over his hips. His leg loops are nice and tight. So now, as I walk him over to where I'm gonna clip him in, I simply run my hand up. I can look at it and feel. That's my next part of the inspection. When I get up front here, I make sure to block with my leg and have myself facing the camper. This part's for two reasons. You get really excited campers sometimes, young ones that just really want to go for it, but you can tell them just relax. And now I'm basically in the ready position. Now what I need to do is get a visual clear so I can look down the line and see that the ladder is completely out of the way and everything's clear. Now it's for the audio clear. Clear! So I yell clear back, I wait for the response. If I don't get a response, they don't get clipped in until I get a response back. Maybe the camper's just a little scared, you have to deal with that, you have to deal with something else. And then you come back up, you look back down, you have a visual clear. If you're unsure, when in doubt ever, clear! Just wait for another clear, it's all good. At this point, unclip it, hold the top of the pulley and keep it open. You're gonna clip over top. If you're a little short, it's easier to come down here, clip it in first, and then you can walk them a little bit closer. Now that it's clipped, I double lock the triple locking. I like to keep holding onto it. I triple locked or double check the triple locking on the bottom. All right, man, grab on with one hand and have fun.
Okay.
The key point is that I stay in front of him until he's ready to go. Okay. I like to tell them to hold on with one hand. It just stops them from flipping upside down for fun. And then later on, a lot of times we'll do beanie bags, and you can drop them in the bucket. Or bean bags, and you can drop them in a bucket, and they can win some tacos. It's a good time for the kids.
And pushing generally isn't camp policy.
You know, it's your discretion. No, basically my rule is if a kid is confident enough to go and they want to go enough, that they get up to here and they let me clip them in, they want to go. So at this point, when the next camper comes up, I love this is a great time to talk to them. Normally I'll meet them back here. Back up there, bud. How's it going? What's your name?
Matthew.
Awesome, Matthew. Hi, I'm Cody. Have you ever done this before?
Yes.
Do you know where you're going when you die? You mind if I check your harness?
Go for it.
Thank you. So first thing, quick grab. Already I can see it's double locked. I can see it's above his hips and it's tight, okay? If his leg loops are a little bit loose, that's okay. As long as that upper harness is the belt loop is above the hips and nice and tight.
Right.
That's the most important part, right? So already just by talking with him, I've already double checked this. I've worked my way down here. I've double checked and I see his harness is good. Bucket's on, we're good to go, okay? Now at this point I can step up. Clear! Awesome. I got the visual clear and the audio clear. I can disconnect. Once again, holding this open with one hand on top with the other. If you let go of this, it'll ride it down part way and then it'll flip upside down and land in the dirt. And then we have to pull it and basically it's out of commission. Like we're not using it again just because of micro cracking possibilities. So don't do that. Once again, I double check. I've got the audio clear and the visual clear. All right, if you want to grab one with one hand and have fun, bud.
All right.
Make sure when we're running the ladder that we yell clear once we have that ladder passed out from underneath. Remember the bottom of the ladder, if it's cleared the cable, it's slanted away and you're gonna have lots of clearance. 15 to 16 feet minimum clearance on the ladder and the wire. Once you have the ladder cleared, you can look up and you can call back clear. Clear! Once they have the visual and the audible clear, they'll send the rider.
Okay.
Go ahead and grab on. I'm gonna climb up to the top corner right here and then face me. I like to stand, keep my leg across just to stop the camper from possibly falling out. Now we use this 2-to-1 pulley. Clip it on, pull it down tight, makes it really easy for you to disassemble this. Make sure to keep one hand on the pulley, do not drop it. Once you lock it back, lightly place it around the camper's neck. Continue to loosen, take off the 2-to-1 pulley. You mind turning around, face the ladder. Thank you. And then make sure to have them face towards the ladder and slowly let yourself down behind them. If they were to let go or fall backwards, your arms are already in place to catch them. When you're letting them off, make sure to stand with your leg in front of the ladder brake, the handle, so they don't hit their shins on the way out. Then you can unlock it, push the ladder. I like the base of the ladder to be 8 to 10 feet away from the cable, making sure that we have plenty of clearance up top. Once the ladder's out of the way, you can see it's clear. Now you can give the audible cue. Clear!